National championship game in Miami. We are underway here in New Orleans. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Longhorns come up 1st and 10. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll roll him out right. Throw left side complete. That's Young. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A nice throw right there, Charles. And what a season this young man's had at the quarterback position. 44 touchdown passes, just the 6 interceptions. You'd have to think definitely ticketed to be one of the top picks in the draft come April.
I absolutely agree with that, and the numbers tell a good part of his story, but they don't tell everything. You got to put together the whole package, how respected he is by his teammates, what a leader he is, and that goes along with the numbers you just mentioned, and that's why he is going to be one of those top 10 picks that you suggested, maybe one of 5 or 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round in this year's draft.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The punter for Texas out on the field. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is caught, and the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. You want to talk about catching the defense off guard. Opening drive fake punt, they got it.
That had the total feel of something that was scripted during the entire week leading up to the game. They made that decision.
And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. Buster Holiday from 21 yards away. And the Longhorns have taken the early lead. Well, that's something, Charles, that we have seen so much this year from him. A great throw there for the touchdown.
And not only did we just see that throw, it makes you think back to...
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Well, they had that great, long, methodical drive to put in the end zone, then they tried to bite off a little more and get 8 points. Instead, they're sitting at 6.
But didn't that feel like a decision that they made on Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, you usually say that's what they do, right?
Right. That's the best one. The best ones do that. They take the emotion out of it. They felt like that was scripted. Hey, if we score on the opening drive, we're going to go for 2 and try and really gain an advantage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
6-0 our score after 1.
Longhorns 6, Spartans nothing.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end.
Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses. But basically, it's that outside player.
2 yards up. The carry there, it'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Oh, the slant complete to Green. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, Charles, we talked earlier about the upcoming draft and where this young man at quarterback might be taken. It seemed like you and I, it's a consensus. We think early on, top 10. So now if you look at a landing spot, what teams, what openings could you see for 2021 for him?
And I think you're right to put it as a top 10 selection for him, and that's where we need to focus our attention. And when you look at the top of the board, well, the number 1 overall pick is Jacksonville. And really, do they have a quarterback? So I would look there. And number 2 with the Jets. Wouldn't be surprised if they moved on from Sam Darnold and decided to take someone in that slot. 3, Miami. That's where things get tricky. A lot of people talk about taking a quarterback there, but I wouldn't be surprised if they stuck with 2 in Atlanta. I think we'll stick with Matt Ryan. So the top 2 selections up for grabs. And then after that, Detroit could be a possibility. Could Carolina be a possibility? There are a number of teams that will get into that quarterback market.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're talking just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver.
And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. Buster Holiday in the final seconds of the first half. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. Now for the point after. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Yeah, second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive in the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rolling to his right. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Steps away. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. Now the try here for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Looking to throw on second down. Wade. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one. And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Wade looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alexander. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. From 8 yards out. And the Spartans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Defensive coordinators love that. You got a quarterback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. An even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So led by a collective team effort,
Well, we're now just a few days away from the College Football Playoff Championship game, where one of the nation's top quarterbacks will take the field one last time in a Texas Longhorns uniform. Now, there's no question his career...
Well, some of the biggest stars of the college football world will be on display tonight as we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight we play for the College Football Playoffs National Championship, as we'll see the Clemson Tigers taking on the Texas Longhorns. Set for football now in South Florida. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a good one. We are underway in the national championship game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. It's going the other way. A fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor? Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he is in. Touchdown, Longhorns. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Longhorns have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into it.
And he takes off with it. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, Loss of yardage ugly.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Martin. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. He'll buy some time right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they did.
And got his man complete. 20, 10. And he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. Buster Holiday, 82 yards. And the Longhorns add on to that lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was that. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it to the end zone, but it's in. Complete. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Martin, the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. Green with a catch left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now back to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that.
That is caught for a Longhorns touchdown. Buster Holiday as the first half is winding down. And the Longhorns add on to that lead. To try here for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he slides to avoid the hit. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. What a story this would be. Texas, 1 half away from a national championship. Just 1 half remains in the college football season as we begin the second half of this national title game. Slater on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
He gets away from one. And he will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up, but in this case...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, This one complete to Ingram. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
That catch good for only a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted, still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The Longhorns come up 1st and 10. Green able to dance free. Second and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Shrugs him off. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They'll run on 1st down. Sims. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes a mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Sims. So that'll do it. For the first time since 2005, the Texas Longhorns are the kings of college football.